Hello, YouTube. How y'all doing today? Happy Monday. Anybody here? I'll wait till I see a name or something show up to know that I'm alive. "23 seconds. Okay. Hey, Maria M. Game on, metal on. Game on, metal on. Hello. Hello, people. So let me make a mention of a couple of things that I noticed today. First of all, for you spiritual people, not just people who just believe in God, but just people you feel like some things are just spiritual that happen in life, right? More like a ESP than anything else. I'll tell you this experience I had yesterday. I was watching Netflix, right? I was trying to find a new series to binge watch or something. And I like thrillers sometimes. I like suspense sometimes, but not horror. But I never, ever watch comedies, right? So for some reason or other, I decided to watch this movie called The Heartbreak Kid. I was not looking for no Heartbreak Kid. Hadn't crossed my mind to watch no comedies. I don't really laugh too much at comedies. But I watched this movie, right? And in this movie, I was watching the interaction. I was acutely aware of the interaction between the father, the man who played the father, who was Jerry Stiller. And Ben Stiller was the star, right? Heartbreak Kid, about this guy who marries this girl who seems to be, because he feels pressure to get married. This girl seems perfect. They get married within a couple of months. And the girl turns out to be a disaster, right? As it turns out, I had seen the movie before after I started watching it, right? But anyway, just out of the blue. And I laughed more than one time at these guys in this movie, right? Ben Stiller always makes me laugh. He's like a favorite as far as comedy. When I turned the damn thing off, remember now, I had no reason to be watching no damn comedies. I wasn't looking for comedy. I was looking for a thriller. I get on here the same day and see that now Ben Stiller and Jerry Stiller are related. I never knew, even though they only had the same name, I never knew that was that man's father. And his mother, who is called Ann, I think it's Ann Miller. I think she was on Hollywood Squares or something like that. I remember her from the old days. Anyway, so they're a big show business family. I never knew it, right? But it's strange to me that right when I was watching this comedy, for whatever reason, that I would come on, and then the father had passed away. I didn't know about that it was the son. I didn't know about the mother. I didn't know anything. But same time, the father had passed away on that very day. It seemed spiritual to me. I said, wow, what is this? What is this? So I just seen him in the movie. Okay, that's thing number one. Thing number two. Hi, people. I know I'm rude. Hey, moderators. Hi, Ms. Motown. Okay, Almond Brown. Good to see you. Okay, that was, I just think is kind of a curiosity. It happens to me all the time. Something happens and I feel like it was something spiritual about it, right? I've been led in a certain direction, whatever. It kind of tickles me, really. Anyway, good evening, everybody. My throat's out. Second thing I want to talk about before we get to the other thing, the more local thing. Y'all see your president again? I can't say our president. I gotta say y'all president, so don't take offense. This Asian lady asked Trump, was in a totally a reasonable question for a journalist to ask the president, right? He gets snarky with the woman. She's asking him about, I forget the question, but a reasonable question about how do you explain something or other. And he snaps back at her with, why don't you ask China? This is an Asian woman. Now, her being Asian has got nothing to do with the question, the interview, or even comments that he's made. It's got nothing to do with anything. He snaps back at this woman, why don't you ask China? because she's Asian. Another example of how racist this man is. I just want us to be paying attention. Pay attention. And you see what Americans have put in the White House. And largely, I believe, for a lot of people, that's why they put him in the White House. He started off as a racist, and that's what he is now. Now, let's get down to it. Okay, so apparently, sometimes you come on YouTube and there's nothing else playing, right? So maybe only a couple of people, particularly earlier in the day, only a couple of people will be live, right? So you want to see what's live. So you look in there. I look on there, and Miss Nicole Tyler is going off on not one, but all lesbians. And she is telling them essentially that they are not welcome on her channel. She tells them that she is strictly dickly. She says this several times. Like, I don't know how many people are going on Nicole. What is she, 60? I don't know how many people going on Nicole's channel because they want her sexually. But she seems to think that they are coming on there trying to take over her channel. Wait a minute. She's telling them to take all that lesbian BS away. That's why I'm commenting on it. I'm a homosexual guy. I'm going to speak on it. I'm going to speak on homophobia when I hear it. Now, Nicole Tyler has been accused many times of having issues with homosexual people. This is not the first time, but this is the first time I've heard it myself. Right? Now, whatever your problem is with these people, Miss Nicole Tyler, you told them she likes her cherries popping. She goes on to say, you got a grandfather, or you got some other kind of man to send to her, which makes it sounds like perhaps this story about her taking homeless guys on trips. There might be some truth to that, because she was inviting anybody who's a man, to contact her, right? Or you to contact her with the information. I'm just telling it like I see it, Nicole Tyler. I never had no problem with Nicole Tyler. We have never had any interaction, but I'm calling foul on this particular thing. She said, don't be coming over here with that lesbian crap over here. She calls out names. She calls out some of the people who we know are lesbian women. She tells them they're not welcome on her channel. Now, Nicole Tyler, I really don't care what's in your heart. I can't change what's in your heart. But if some white person who maybe their audience is 99.9% white, how would you feel they come on and tell you that black people are not welcome on their channel? First of all, it's not necessary. It's not necessary to say that. How do you feel, black people? Okay, anybody on here white, you got to go. You're not welcome here. It's homophobic, Miss Nicole Tyler. You could have kept those comments to yourself. Now, we're going to call foul when it's foul. How are you going to judge everybody based on if they are lesbian or not? I don't think they want you. Not these girls you were calling out. These are young people, honey. I very seriously doubt they come on here because they want to smell Miss Nicole Tyler's stuff, shall we say. That was ugly. You should apologize to those people. Say anybody is welcome there. Our church, they don't like it when I say it's a gay church. Even though most of the people there are gay. No, you can't say it's a gay church. You got to say all is welcome. All are welcome. We're not going to discriminate somebody because of their sexual proclivities. But she felt comfortable doing that. So I don't know if she has any lesbian women over there. Apparently, she has a real problem with her ex-moderators. Nicole is known for firing moderators, and then she goes into battle with them, apparently. But if you're going to go to battle with them, go into battle with them individually, Miss Nicole Tyler. You don't have to ban all lesbian people. Either we're all equal or we all ain't shit. So she ain't gonna like comment on it, but don't say it. Don't say dumb stuff. And when you say dumb shit, just apologize for it. Even if no lesbian ever shows up on that page, they should not be told that you're not welcome here. That ain't how it's done, honey. They can not like you and nobody come over there. Hey, people. I'm Ms. Motown. But Randy Put said Nicole Tyler is a lesbian. I don't know. I don't know why it should make any difference, to tell you the truth. So if you feel that way about lesbians, it's not a far reach, then you feel that way about gay men as well. You want only people over there who want you. I don't think any of these people want you, Nicole Tyler. It's too much pickings, honey. Too much easily pickings. Now, are you out there? Are you so desperate for a man that you're actually out here finding people down on their luck? I never commented on that situation, but I don't know. You're on here talking about tell your granddaddy to call me. Tell your brother to call me. We're strictly dickly over here. We're strictly, girl. I don't know that people. I don't think they see you that way, Nicole Tyler. So if you are picking up people down on their luck and taking them on extravagant trips and giving them hamburgers and French fries and things to try to have some companionship, girl, I would say that you need to see somebody. Get yourself some help. Hey, people. So y'all see the way that Trump attacked that lesbian one? I mean, I'm mixing them up. That Asian lady, she hadn't done anything. And then she came back as the second question. I think the next question was going to be asked by CNN, right? But the lady, that reporter, demurred, is the right word, demurred, to her for her second follow-up question. And the Asian lady asked Trump, why did you direct that question directly at me? Am I responsible for all Asian people? So like if you're the only black people in the room, oh, maybe you'll talk about that with the blacks. Disgusting. And then after he did that, the lady asked him, why did you single me out for that remark? He shuts down the whole thing. Probably realized, I did it again. Put my foot in my mouth again. Every time they turn the microphone on, they got a monitor when to pull me off. So then he went and just ended the damn thing because he got asked that question, which wasn't an unreasonable question. You guys can look, I'm sure it's all over YouTube or on all the networks. Question had nothing to do with her being Asian. He realized that he had done it again and let his racism slip out. It ain't got to slip very far. Bowed down, passed her question over, passed it over, and ended the new conference. Ended it. Walked off the stage. I don't know what Miss Nicole Tyler issue is. Why would she not know that would be offensive to people? I'm not a lesbian, but it still offends me. It offends me to treat anybody that way. I had the same reaction to Trump talking to the Asian lady like that. It's wrong. It's wrong, honey. And if all of the flack you've gotten about your homophobia, Miss Nicole Tyler, I would think you had learned your lesson by now. What the hell? What's it take for you to learn? Anyway, Trump is a big dummy. Yes, he is. Yep. He might have had somebody on the side saying, cut it the hell out of here. You always want to go freestyle. And then he's going to go back to his Twitter box and his Twitter machine. His Twitter machine, he can just hurl out insults. Don't nobody checking him. Oh, the puppy didn't want to be bothered, viewers of you. I see him in there. He's drinking his water. See the water bowl right by the door? That's why I always have the bathroom door open, because his food bowl and his water bowl are right there at the door. Yeah, I'm thirsty, Daddy. I'm thirsty. Sometimes he eats so much of my dinner that he don't want his own. So I got to control myself. Who hates Nicole too? Where is the? I'm gonna follow y'all conversation. Okay. Mm-hmm. Think about it. When Trump was making all those racist comments before, that's why they put him in the White House, though. He just triggered. That's what he had in common with all these people who voted for him. It was the racial aspect, because he ain't had nothing else to offer. He was a reality TV star. Oh, nosy. Hey, best Freeman. Let me see. Okay. He hates Nicole. Oh, the dog hates Nicole too. There goes that woman. I don't know. Sometimes I think, well, should I even comment on these other people? I mean, we're trying to move away to, hot topics or things that are in the news, whatever. But I'm really am a part of this section. So something goes down in the section, I think I should comment on it. Right? It ain't like I'm trying to start no beef with the people or nothing like that, but you can't be going around talking to people like that. You can't go around saying things like that. This woman is old enough to know better. I think she's only 50. Did I say she was 60? I think she's 50. She's old enough to know better. All you lesbians, you're not welcome here. What's the young girl, little light-skinned girl? Called her out by name. Called out a couple other lesbian people by name. You're not welcome here. What harm are they causing you, woman? Can you have a conversation with somebody without worrying about what they do in bed? I don't think they want to do it in bed with you, Nicole Tyler. You don't go attacking whole groups of people. That's why you got in all the trouble with the men. You would have had all these apologies here. Boy, would you Sweeney, Jab. Then, you gonna go in the bathroom? Oh shit. You want to fight? You want them trouble? You want trouble? Shut up. Keep your mouth quiet. You gotta go in the bathroom in the dungeon. All right, Sweeney. You people, please excuse me. I don't think my dog's gonna make it through this whole live. Come here. Get your bum over here. No, Daddy, please. Not the dungeon, Daddy, please. Please, Daddy. There, buddy, here. Okay. You've changed. You're not the angel I once knew. Uh-oh. Anyway, you can't blame the dog. Dog is he's always, if it hears anybody in the hallways, they're always gonna respond, but he can stay in there for a few minutes. 47 to 49 range. Oh, I thought she was my age. Shit. Yeah, I'm not hating on you completely, Mr. Nicole Tyler. I don't know enough about you, but sometimes, honey, you got to be in control of your mouth. Right? They call it LGBTQ because at some point people figure out, our numbers are so small, we have to band together in order to be counted. So if you're insulting a lesbian, you same thing you're insulting a gay man, same thing as you insulting a transgender. Just don't insult people. I mean, not based on their sex life. I mean, are there whether they're lesbian or gay or now, if you're gonna be in here playing with these people, you can't ban certain people. How you gonna do that? More than likely, they ain't gonna want to come over there anyway because they probably recognize your attitude. But the thing is, you can't say it. I can't say straight people, you ain't welcome over here. Get the hell out. I can't say women, get your ass out of here. You can't say that. Even if all your audience, 98% of them are women, you can't say any men in here, get out. It's bigotry. It's homophobia. All those things about how you strictly dick. What did she say? She said she want to pop in her cherry. I want my cherries. Pop. Girl, I might care about your cherries, girl. You crazy, child. Strictly dickly. I'm strictly dickly. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Who cares, honey? Treat people the same, and they'll treat you nice. You should go, no, especially Nicole. Look at how people treat you, and you wonder why. Hey there, Nikki. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for showing up. Oh, she's a Trump supporter. Who? Pat, wow, she's a Trump supporter. Who is a Trump supporter? I know she didn't seem to care about that racist dude calling her nigger. She go on there on apology tours with him, all that kind of stuff. So I don't understand the kind of personality. They kept telling me, why don't you go after that person? I said, girl, are you crazy? I would never address something like that, ever. Unless I had him face to face, you know. So, old rotten ass cherries. Mind what them damn cherries didn't pop 50 years ago, 40 years ago. Y'all want to go over there and pop Miss Nicole Tyler's cherries? Are they still called cherry? I thought they was going to call cherries the first time. Diamond and silk like person. I hope that woman is not over there being a Trump supporter. And then that would be tragic. That would be tragic because the children would sure come after that ass. What else is going on? Anything else? I didn't see anything else going on today. I didn't see a whole lot, so I probably won't be here very long. How you guys doing today? I see the country is opening up little by little. Those numbers are going to be coming in next week. The increased numbers. There's a cherry right there. Cherry Nest TV. No offense, Cherry Nest TV. Yeah, somebody's not thinking very clearly. How you going to support Donald Trump? He can't stand your black ass. Believe me, if they could have went on a campaign to get rid of us like it did the Mexicans, he would have came after us. But it's blood on African Americans, honey. You can't put us out. He went after every other minority, anybody he can get rid of. Watch, all that's coming back. Watch, all this race shit he's always talking, it's all coming back because that's the only thing he's secure of. This is how he won. He didn't have no record to run on before. All he had was the separation of people. All he had was tribalism. Us against them. Them against us. I'm going to make them wave at the flag. Them do that. I don't know what goes on that woman's channel usually. I thought it was just a bunch of hollering, you know. She is a Trump supporter. Okay, we got to get this clear. Are you saying that Nicole Tyler is a Trump supporter? Let me see. Are you saying that, Nikki? Well, if you can support that dude that's called you for all the world to see the N-word over and over and over again, tell you how stupid you are. If you can support that, obviously you could support Trump. I don't know what the big difference is. You feel like them people have a right to treat you that way. Maybe it's the way you think about yourself. If them cherries was good, you probably have a man, honey. Nicole Tyler, when you find whole groups, whole swaths of people, whole communities of people can't stand your ass, ask yourself why. What am I doing that is so bizarre or so strange that all these people would automatically hate me? That's what you do. Making stupid statements like you're making in this live today. If you're talking like that all the time, that would explain a whole lot, honey. So you only want straight women to like you, or you really only want straight men to like you, but they ain't coming over there because they want that. Because let's say you're not in your prime, honey. So men ain't coming over all that. Girl, it might interest in you in that way. Let it go. Think about another lover. TKO. Whoa. Honey, if I supported Donald Trump, that would be I would take that secret to my death. I would take that. Ain't no way in hell I'll be out here running them like diamond and silk. You're right. Whoever said that. Showing the whole community. Also, other people have friends who are lesbian people. They have family members who are lesbian people. You even insulted all of them. All the L, G, the B, the T, the Q, the Chi, all of them has been. Then you got all the straight people who are offended by it. You just calling people out like that. It ain't gonna make no damn difference. People go over there wherever they want to go. You ain't running nothing here but your mouth. Coming over here with that lesbians. Coming over where with what lesbian stuff, honey? Why you can't keep a damn moderator? After she fires the moderators and then she makes them her enemies. Maybe those people have come over there and discovered some things about you that they didn't at first recognize. But last time I talked about Nicole Tyler, she had acted a fool in the subway. So that shows you how often I look in there. I didn't realize this was a real thing. I was disgusted by you sitting up here doing apology tours with the racists. Whatever. Just to think you can go into that subway and treat that black man like that young boy, somebody's son, like that because your sandwich wasn't smashed down. Smash your own damn sandwich. Why did you think that was camera ready? Why, in your mind, do you think that people on YouTube want to see that? You filmed it. That means you're proud of it. That speaks to your intelligence. I guess some people will do anything for a click in the view. Oh, it's more straight ones. I'll do that. That's what Trump did. Trump said, oh, there's more people here that have problems with Mexican people. I'll just insult the Mexican, throw them under the bus, and capitalize on other people's hatred. It's more of them. He wrote the blacks off like that, wrote the Chinese off like that, wrote the Latin people off like that. Oh my goodness. This poor guy. There's this guy, he couldn't be no more than 20 years old. I mean, just completely out of his mind. He goes back and forth up on the train tracks. It's horrible. And that meth, child, it ain't for everybody. I mean, it ain't for nobody really, but some of these people who already are compromised in their mind, that's the last thing they need to do. Is that woman over there really said she's a Trump supporter? I don't believe it. I have to see it first. But like I said, baby, if you have a boring chat, I'm not going to last that long. You got to keep people's interest. Rotten ass cherries. Do women call they stuff that? Cherry? I thought a cherry was when you pop the cherry, was when a young virgin has sex for the first time. That's what I thought. Show you how maybe how outdated I am. I don't know how you're going to have a cherry 50 years later. She said she wanted them popped. She was begging him, send me your grandfather over here, she said. I hope that girl is not out there seducing homeless people and people down on their luck. Come in for a sandwich and a nice cold shower, a nice hot shower. I hope it ain't that bad, Miss Nicole. I didn't know you were that much into men. Then she went on and started talking about how she liked the masculine men, about the fighters. And y'all want to see that fight? I used to go to the fights when I was young. She want a masculine man, a muscle-bound man. She wants somebody to... Don't hurt it, honey. Kill it. Some things we have to accept in our old age, Nicole Tyler. Whether we sexy clean or not, honey. It ain't going to be, you can't go back. If you want to have it knocked out, you should have got knocked out in your 20s and 30s, 40s. Rainy puts, I would pop my eyes out before I pop anything on Nicole. I guess she think the lesbians over there trying to get her, trying to influence her. They gonna turn her out. That's what they used to kill me about homophobics though, because it'd be talk about men. It'd be the ugliest motherfuckers, the ones that don't nobody want, honey. The ones that gotta pay. They always talk about somebody looking at them. Those are the ones. I always thought the fine ones they on the down low, they kind of like people admiring them. You know, they always flexing their muscles and all that kind of stuff. They know gay people are seeing them, but they ain't gonna admit that publicly. But you get you an ugly motherfucker. Why are you looking at me? Oh, I don't do that. I don't do that. Girl. And you can't find nobody, male or female, that want your ass. Even the fruit flies don't want. Well, I'm just telling you, Nicole. It says even the fruit flies don't want you. People, I had signed up for this StreamYard thing, but I don't think that's my thing because I'm not just that impressed with what goes on there. It seems like you always end up yelling, screaming, and all this kind of stuff. Unless you're a master at the mute button, because people can mute back on, come through the mute. That's what they're all doing right now. That's the popular thing on YouTube right now. I mean, things keeps changing. I mean, a year and a half ago, they weren't even doing lives. Now they're passed the lives up. Now they're doing all live stream thing. But I don't know. I think I could do an interview with one person or two people talking, but I don't think it would ever expand past that for me. So don't expect a lot of that, honey. Call-ins and all that kind of stuff. We got to keep it simple. You have to be on top. You have to be on top of the StreamYard crap, right? Or it can get out of hand real easy. Yeah, unless you plan it where you have certain people you want to discuss, get along at least well enough to have enough respect for each other. They're not going to talk all over each other. But I do things on Zoom. I still take groups on Zoom. And it seems to be okay because people are all respectful. But when you got people here who can't stand each other, it just seems to me, I don't get a lot out of it. I'll do it one-on-one, but that's about it. So I still haven't figured out. So I guess I'm signed up, but I still haven't figured out how to do it because I'm just not that interested. Or I haven't encountered people in here who I would want to interview. Put it like that. So more than likely, I'll just pop up on their channel if there's something I got to say. Hi, Almond Brown. Redbone 2. All y'all need is one other person. We like that. Yeah, two people talking, that's fine, I did it one time. I showed up on Sean Bradley's station. And I don't remember why. I don't remember what it was about, but yeah, it was fine. Two people. At one point, it got to be three of us on there. But this thing keeps changing. I mean, constantly, they'll be doing something else in 6 months. So maybe we'll just sit that one out. No yelling matches. Yeah, I interview with you, viewers of you. You got to link me in. But you can't let the haters come and get me. I don't care. I can talk to people. Yeah, so we'll do that at some point, viewers of you. I like you. You're a nice person. So what's the latest on I guess all your towns are opening up now. It's been another week. So I guess even more stuff. By Friday, I guess the whole country is going to be up to 48 states are going to be opened up somewhat. I've just made a decision that it's going to be a personal thing for me. I'm not going out unless I absolutely have to. Since I don't work, they can't force me out of my house. Right? I feel bad for the people who are being forced out there who don't want to be out there. In other words, if you don't come to work, you don't got no job. I think that's kind of bad. And Trump is under the impression that he's going to be able to open this country up by November. It's going to be the roaring 20s. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. He's living in the dream world. They're not going to judge you, Trump, because the virus came. We can't blame that on you. But we can blame you for every response you had. We can see that just today you had to close down the damn thing because you couldn't stop being a racist. You can't control your mouth because the real you is a piece of, let's just say, cherry pie. more like a rhubarb pie. Yes, Sharon. Let me see. What does Sharon say? No, okay, just arriving. Orange shirt is on fire. Just arriving. That Puma orange shirt is on fire. Is it? It is does look orange. It's actually a reddish color. A reddish orange color. Yeah. I don't go buy clothes much. Since we're home, I should just be shopping online. There might be something else to do to pass a few more hours, pass some time away. But for me, since I got this fat ass belly, I need to be able to see the clothing. You can't just go by, oh, I'll get an extra large. No, you can't go by that, honey. You got to see and try on those trousers. When your body is funny made. That's one thing I miss about youth. Everybody was small. We just had natural bodies. Everybody had a nice body, you know. So we never even thought about it. Slim, ain't got to worry about weight. Ain't got to worry about what I eat. And then since I've been on this damn lockdown, I've just been eat. I mean, I've been trying to make it all sugar free, right? But how, if you're eating all the time, you're getting some sugar from that stuff. So I'm scared to look at the scale. I don't even allow that in this house, scales. But, and I know if you're just looking in the mirror, you can't really tell. I can tell usually about if the pants don't fit or the pants get too tight, you know, you ain't got fat. Okay. All you need is one other person. We like that. Okay, when we gonna do it, viewers of you? When we gonna set it up, honey? Me and you. Let's see. Who is Nicole Tyler? Oh, she hate that. These narcissistic personalities don't like that. Oh, excuse me, I never heard of her. Everybody know who I am. Oh, everybody. We all stars in our own mind, I guess. On mine one day. All right, viewers of you, all you gotta do is tell me when we're gonna do it. It would be interesting. No yelling matches. Meanwhile, in some other states, they're arresting. Oh God, I didn't even get into that story about the thing that happened in Georgia. Them pigs when they shot that guy. I didn't even get into the story. I've been through them so many times. I guess it's the same story. And then the dude, I guess it was a father and son. Let me try to. I don't know the names. Leave the names out, and the father was a cop. So surely the father knows more procedure than to go and shoot somebody because he feels like they're trespassing. Apparently, the dude walked into a construction site and looked around. That don't mean he was there to steal. If I see an open house when I'm walking my dog, I'll walk into the open house just to see somebody else's how they live, see construction, see other apartments, whatever. I do it all the time. Hoping they ain't gonna shoot me in my damn gut. Anyway, so we have to see. Just because these dudes have been charged does not mean they can be convicted. When the father is ex-cop, those kind of stories make me so just make you so angry, you know. 3 big old men. One, were they scared of him? I hear you. Okay. Cherry Nest TV. Cherryness? Is it pronounced Cherryness? I don't know if it's dyslexia or whatever it is. That's why I have such a hard time just pronouncing names as they're spelled. Yeah, I've been eating away more than usual because all you can do is go to the grocery store. That's it. Sit, you watch, you get involved in some thing, you got to eat something, right? That goes with it. That's why when you have a movie theater, They're always selling you popcorn and hot dogs and sodas, and because people usually when they watch a movie, they eat something. Back in the old days, they used to have these subliminal messages, right? So they played a movie, and then they have one clip in there will be a picture of popcorn, right? Cheesy popcorn or a soda or something like that. And it would go by so fast you wouldn't see it, but your mind would pick it up. And then all of a sudden you're dying of thirst. They made that illegal. I assume that it's still illegal. But every time you sit down to do something, you know, what else can you do but eat? So anyway, I'm not proud of that. I did make me some fabulous chili yesterday. Chili. They had the chili at Safeway in a bag with all the ingredients except for the meat. So I just bought hamburger and it was good. I've been eating that for a couple of days. Man, that weight comes on so easily and so hard to get rid of. Because every time I go to the store, it's always like $150. So I said yesterday I ran out of these diet sodas, right? I said, okay, I'll just go get some diet soda. Because one thing has changed since Friday is the supermarket. Now you don't got to wait outside. You can go in and just wait. So in the morning it's pretty empty. I go in the store to get a 12-pack of diet soda. I came out $87. Don't ask me what I bought. I don't even see that much to eat in there. But of course, every time you go in there, there's a science to supermarkets, you know. Because a lot of people would be thinking just like that. They say, I got to go to the store and get some milk, right? That's why I watched the documentary once. That's why they put the milk and all the essential things all the way in the back of the store. Why? Because they want you to walk through the aisles. And as you're walking through the aisles, you recognize, oh, I need that. Oh, I need that. Oh, I would like to have that. And if they had the milk and the essentials, the bread right in front of the store, believe me, many people would just go in there and get what they need and get out. So there's a science to that. Now, ain't nobody mad at the supermarkets. We need them. But they got to be making a killing now. Because in the evening, these stores the shelves are half empty. In the morning, they're all full again. So they're making a lot of money. So some industries are not suffering. Some industries are making a good deal of money. People who make sanitizer, people who make toilet paper, all the stuff that we absolutely feel like we have to need. Now, people know that if you ever run out of toilet paper before, you know that is absolutely essential. Even more than food, honey, because one thing you don't want to do is run out of toilet paper. Don't get a cart. Oh, that's a good idea. Don't get a cart, says Black Folk Beauty. Yeah, if you just got what you're in your hands, you won't. That's a good idea, actually. I used to feel that way about just carry the little hand carts, right? But sometimes I'll take that little hand cart and then I'll put it in the big cart. That's a good idea, though. That's a good information, honey. Don't get a cart. Just carry what you need. Lately, it's been like, though, you want to, you don't want to keep coming back in there, right? Thank you, Sharon. Pascal. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Yeah. They have those little carry carts, you know, I guess that's the idea behind that. Just need to get a few things. But even those, they be weighted down. And the thing was, ordinarily you could maybe, you know, just do that, just don't get a cart, whatever. But they've been telling us only go to the store once every 2 weeks, limit your exposure. So the idea has been to get as much stuff as you can get home, which I can't even, it was terrible trying to get that shit home. I only live next door, but I dropped the sodas. They came out of the little plastic bags because here they run out of the regular Safeway bags. So now they got these little thin plastic things. And if you done bought $85 worth of stuff and you only got these little thin tissue type bags, they break. You can only carry a couple of them, honey. So you got to limit yourself in that way as well. I did see some people carrying their granny carts. So if I can do that, but right now we don't need to be getting no more stuff. We need to burn through this. Hey, Leslie, thank you. Love you, Uncle Tim. Your channel is refreshing. Oh, that's nice. It's nice to be appreciated. Thank you, Leslie B. Hand baskets, but I put so much in it that I end up getting another. That's what happens to me. Or carried extra items with my free hand. Yep, me too, Al. Well, I guess so I don't know what the plan is. I guess Trump just going to try to get as much business open as he can to get the economy started. But I imagine that means that these numbers are going to start going up, up, up real quick because they go up real quick, right? So if in 2 weeks we get 10,000 a day, I think you better go back down again and lock it back up again. Just stretch it out forever. Then we're running right into the fall. He's trying to clean up everything before the fall. It just ain't gonna happen. I take my own nappy chows. I take my own bags. That's what my best friend does. He won't go into a store. I said, damn, it's only a dime. Can't you buy a bag? I think his daddy used to smack his hand or something when he when he wouldn't bring his own bag because he always has to have his own bags. They charge a dime a bag here. I guess that's supposed to be some kind of discouragement. I don't know what discouragement it is, you know. I have all those canvas bags up here, but usually I just go to the store like once every 2 weeks I have a granny cart. I can fill it up. And of course, then I could go to restaurants and stuff, so I wouldn't be eating every single day, you know. Ellie about the arms socket. Ooh! Black folk beauty. Hey, L, about to pull your arms out of sockets, shuffling those handles. Oh, the handles. Yeah, it's hard. My arms were hurting yesterday. Oh my God. This was only the $85 run. Most of them have been like $150. So you got all these different bags, right? You're trying to hold them to all that and try to walk. If you haven't been working out regular or even been moving around in the last couple of months, that shit was painful. I was in pain for 2 days. And plus trying to get there without the thing falling apart or breaking on you. People who have cars, they can just go from their cart to their cars, right? But I haven't driven a car in 20 years. It wouldn't make any sense anyway. I live next door. But, get small items. So I guess I can go back to just getting a few things. Before I was trying to stock up, you know. Grocery shopping is fun sometimes. I think people who cook have a better time shopping because they're actually looking forward to something they like to do. You're just trying to get some stuff. I don't know. I guess it's fun getting supplies, getting what you need. But I imagine if I was cooking, I would probably enjoy it more. I haven't had a car in 20 years. Let me see. See, San Francisco, you don't need a car. There's certain cities, like New York City, it's not unusual people tell you I don't have a car. And I've never learned how to drive. I've known grown people who are from New York, Boston, San Francisco, who have never had a driver's license. I haven't had one. Let me say, I've been here 24 years. So I haven't owned a car in about 30 years because even in LA, I had stopped. But here, it's not unusual. Most people, nobody I know owns a car. So this building, we have a parking lot here, but everybody gets a parking space because most people don't drive. And even you have a car, you can't drive it most places. People who work downtown, they can't drive. They can't even drive downtown. So they have to park their car somewhere on the train line and then take a train into downtown. And San Francisco is mostly all one-way streets, and there's no parking because, this is a pretty small place. So they built all these Victorians without parking. So everybody parks on the street. So parking can be a real pain in the ass. So I don't feel bad about not having a car here. I even thought, because I've been able to collect a little money. I said, well, should I buy a car? I said, all it's going to do is sit in the garage. I ain't going to use it. I don't like going out anywhere. So I don't know. If you work somewhere where you have to have a car, or you work over in Oakland somewhere or something like that, then I can see it. But most people I know, they don't drive. Very unusual to find somebody drives. We have all kind of car services where you just pay by the, hour or something like that. And now, of course, people are using bicycles and all that. right in front of my building, they have this, you know, those what are they called now? I think now they call whatever, one of those bike companies. They park their car and then they ride bicycles all around town. And they ain't got to buy a bicycle because a lot of times you live in apartments, and most of us do. A bicycle would be a real pain, right? So now they just rent them. So, you know, it's not like I was in Indiana, all adult people own vehicles. It was very unusual. You find a grown person who didn't have a car. In fact, my mother wouldn't even speak to a man that didn't have a car. What's wrong with you? Right. I guess plus they're paying so much rent here that a car will be an unnecessary expense. Yep, New York City's like that. I got there. All I saw then was taxi cabs. I imagine now it'll be all Ubers and, you know, Lyfts and all that. Mm-hmm. Or people have cars and they take them out on the weekend and they go out to the beaches and stuff like that. But daily, it's mostly the train or all these buses. They got good transportation here. It's free twice a month, a little more since pandemic. Yeah, people who have kids, I mean, of course, they got to get all kind of groceries because, you know, kids go through stuff like milk and all your basics. You got to keep getting that. Mm-hmm. We have bikes for rent in Detroit. People really like them and used to a lot before it happened. Right. It makes sense. Good exercise. I go to the gym. All I do in the gym is cardio. So all I do is ride the little stationary bicycle. If I was riding a bike, it wouldn't even be necessary to do that. Okay. Mm-hmm. I go every 2 weeks. Black Folk Beauty. I love you too, honey. Thanks for coming in. Gotcha. Some neighborhoods here, like the Tenderloin, they don't even have no supermarkets. So they got to go to them high-ass convenience stores for everything. You know, when you run out of something, stuff costs twice, 2 or 3 times as much. Mm-hmm. I ordered 3 meals for the week. Okay. Nick, are you ordering meals out? I should do that. They have this all these apps now where you can get any kind of food brought to you. But I still feel like I'm not seeing who's making that stuff. I don't know if they got gloves on or not. That could be my paranoia or my cheapness. Said Squeenie free. Okay. Thanks for reminding me. I left the baby in the dungeon. Wait a minute. That's a good idea. The baby. He said, Daddy, I'm always good. What are you going to do? 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 You ding, ding, ding. Okay, you be good. Ding, ding. You can thank Sharon for setting you free. Say thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. My daddy forget. He leave me in there. Yeah, he's fine. As long as no skateboard goes by or nobody's in the hallway, he's all right. Thank you, Sharon. He's free. I hate grocery shopping. Nikki. Some of these people, I go to the mission, these girls got all these kids, and they be having 2 full carts. I mean, all the way full. I guess that's what it takes when you have family. Their bills be $300, $400. Okay, buy only warm food for takeout. That way you can kill the virus. Okay. Leslie B says, buy only warm food for takeout. That way you can kill the virus when you reheat it. And that makes good sense. Y'all smart. Right. Just take it out of the package, throw the packages in away, and then reheat it. That's good. Maybe I should order something. Well, I got chili and spaghetti and stuff in there already made. So, but yeah, it's a good idea. And it does make sense. Got to be careful with those gloves, though. Every time I leave the house, I have these gloves on. But as soon as you come in, someone told me this. I learned this from you guys. You got to take the gloves off the moment you come in the door, because anything you touch after that, after you come in the door, could contaminate the rest of the house. So I don't know if this stuff just stays on the surface, or can it be on the surface and then move around to other items around it? So far, they're saying that it just stays wherever you put it. I think we've been pretty good here, because even in a regular year, you always get colds, a cough syrup and all that. I bought like cough syrup in the beginning of this thing, and I haven't used it. So I haven't picked up anything. So I think I've been doing a decent job, because you would get colds and stuff anyway. Right? Never get your 6 items. And then you got to watch with these snacks too. I mean, that stuff is loaded, so much sugar and salt and stuff. I had such a horrible headache yesterday. I was wondering, damn, my head. It's because I ate potato chips. Salt. I got high blood pressure. That's one way you can tell when your blood pressure go up, is if you have headaches. That's how I found out that I had it initially, was because salt. So you can't be cheating, honey. Because a lot of that soda and stuff that says it's sugar-free is packed with sodium. And then you eat potato chips, something like that, you get all this salt in you. One thing I don't want to do is get sick while I'm up in this house by myself. No Subway, anything cold. Right. Yeah, you don't want cold food. So the heating up thing, that does make a difference. I mean, it does make sense. We understand your Cherry Nest TV. Cherry Nest TV says, I'm just over the whole thing. Want to get back to some normal. Go to my job, do my job. Get my favorite sandwich. Maybe even go to the club for an hour or two. Yep. That's why, I mean, things are opening up. I don't know, people. I don't know about jumping back out there. Yes, indeedy. Especially with chips, salted stuff. I don't buy salt for the house anymore. I don't buy sugar. I don't buy salt. But all this processed stuff, you got to watch what you eat. And then all the Marie Callender stuff, even. Most of that stuff is pasta. So pasta, that turns to sugar too. It's carbohydrates. You ain't supposed to have no white rice, no white pasta. The sugar and the salt. The older you get, the more they take away from you. I ain't hardly got nothing left. I got to have sugar-free ice cream. Now, imagine that. Yeah, when I get chips, I just get one small bag and I say, well, it'll be a treat. And I'll just eat it for that one day. But if you're drinking diet soda and stuff, that stuff's all got sugar in it too. So, I mean, salt in it. But I shouldn't be getting it at all. And before this thing happened, I was doing pretty good. I was hardly eating any sugar at all. Or, I mean, I'm not impressed with how much weight I lost. But at least I didn't get any bigger. And I didn't have no pre-diabetes. At some point, they're going to tell you got pre-diabetes if you got any kind of weight on you, right? At all, right? But if you stop eating the sugar, the pre-diabetes, you can escape diabetes. So I never got as far as diabetes. Last couple of 3 or 4 years, they tell me, oh, well, you're not even pre-diabetic anymore, as long as you don't eat sugar. So I use that Steva. Steva doesn't have the aftertaste. Nappy Chow says I make stews, soups, and sauces to add to meals and freeze it. Yeah, but that's what I did with the chili and the spaghetti. So, because you don't want to eat the same thing every day, you know. Both spaghetti, hell, that'll last you what, 8, 9 meals. So I've been freezing half of it. Betty Wright died. Bless that heart. Yep, a lot of deaths recently. What was Betty Wright's song? I remember one. It's The Cleanup Woman. The reason I know so much about her is because she's making love to every man of mine. That's what I remember. The Cleanup Woman. Just cleaning up. Hydrate and oxygenate. For you guys who really want to maybe be healthy, they have those. A friend of mine was telling me he got one of those. So like a bicycle, but you just sit in your regular chair, and you can pedal while you're sitting in your chair. Your regular, you don't need the whole apparatus. And he says he's been getting great exercise that way, just like he was going to the gym. Needs to get the cardio in. I don't know how much it costs. I just ain't got no room putting anything else in here. And then I think that a lot of times you get these exercise machines and stuff, you don't use them. And about there on the curb. So for me, by going to the gym, that makes me ride the bicycle, you know. No pain, no gain. Okay, no pain, no gain. Well, we ain't getting no pain. We got to stay in the house. Right? Tonight's she wrote that? She sang that, Janice? Gonna be all right. Let me see. Wait a minute. Tonight is that's a different song. That's Rod Stewart. Tonight's the night. Gonna be all okay. That's Rod Stewart. But she had a one about tonight is the night. She basically got this woman giving up her virginity, right? Am I right about it? So okay. Oh, okay. She had a song called No Pain, No Gain. And tonight is the night that you make me a woman. Walk in. I don't want to butcher it, but yeah, that was a good song too. Somehow you can sing a song 30, 40 years ago and when your time comes, you'll be remembered by the stuff you did when you were back in your 20s, 30s, you know. That's the good thing about music, you know. That's very right. So okay. No pain, no, I don't remember No Pain, No Gain. You make me your woman. Be quiet. Come here. Get down. Come here. Oh, that baby hears those bus drivers out there. They're not working, most of them. They're not working. The train is closed down altogether. But be quiet. They're keeping them busy, I guess, keeping them on the job, doing maintenance and stuff. You said you'd be gentle with me, and I know you will. Mm-hmm. I promise, baby. I promise. Be quiet. Get up. Oh, I know you're not going to sing that song. Is that her too? Maybe. Go over here. Ready? Go over there. Okay. Yeah, what was that line right there? I remember that line. My mama said something. My mama said, I know you ain't about to sing that song. And then it went into the song. I remember that. Baby, shut up. There you go. Now I can't hear nothing. But I'll be hot in a minute. Let me see. What if my mama comes home? I guess if you got a good song, you can sing that the rest of your life. I'm nervous and I'm trembling for you to walk in. Y'all got good memories. Mm-hmm. I'm nervous and I'm trembling. Mm-hmm. Tonight, whatever. Ready for you to walk in. Mm-mm. A cook in the kitchen, a lady in the streets. Sing some more Rod Stewart. I don't remember. If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, baby, let me know. Just let me know, chilling. Yeah, I used to like rap and R&B music. Back in the, let me see. I used to think we were so poor that we couldn't afford an FM radio, right? Recently, I found out that, there was no FM radio. So when you had AM radio, it's mostly white stations. So I know a lot of rock and roll music. I'm talking about when I was a little kid. And then when we got FM station, that's when the black station came in Indiana. We had like 1.5. One would play both. Then, of course, if you're a teenager, you start, you really get into the music. In order to get something, you got to go through something. Y'all know all the lyrics, nervous and trembling. Trying hard to relax, but I just can't stay still. That brings some memories back for you ladies. Boys too, really. I love Journey. Yep, Journey was great. My thing was David Bowie as far as rock music. I like the Rolling Stones. I still listen to Rolling Stones every once in a while. Mostly it's gospel music now, but I got a lot of memories wrapped up in this stuff. And then when disco came along, that kind of changed up things. Disco, you could be black or white. You kind of mixed it up. Mm-hmm. All right, lovely people. Yes, David Bowie. Yes, child. What was it? Fame makes a man think things over. Makes his looks hard to swallow. Fame, 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 fame. What's your name? What's your name? Let's dance. Put on your red dress and dancing shoes. Play it to the sound of an empty space. If you say run, I'll run with you. And I will be king. And you will be queen. For nothing will drive us away. We can beat them just for one day. Or we can be heroes forever and ever. What you say? He had the other one. One of the big hits was dying best behind the bridge. He lays her down. He frowns. Gee, my life's a funny thing. Am I still too young? He took her then and there. She took his ring, took his baby. It took him minutes, took her nowhere. Heaven knows she'd have taken anything, but all right. She wants a young American. You ain't a pervert. You ain't a hustler. I love that song. When I first, okay, so when I left Indiana, I was 19. I only knew Fame and Young Americans from David Bowie, right? So I listened to a little bit, right? But when I came to LA, this guy that I was dating, who was a costume designer, they played David Bowie all the time, right? So I got really into David Bowie music. So when I came back, there was another album, I think it was called A Latin Sane. And my mother, she was suspecting that I was a homosexual, right? But she didn't know how to approach the subject. So first she said, Tim, look like somebody being in my dresses. You don't know anything about that. And then behind the I was going to the store one day, right? I lived in LA for a few months and I come back home to save some money, plus bring back a car that she had co-signed for, right? So I was going to the store and she could look out of her window and see me walking to the store, right? And when I got back, she said, "Oh, when did you start switching?" I said, "I ain't switching. This is the way I walk. I still walk the same damn way." Sholan was having a hard time. So the last straw, right before I went back to LA, the last straw was when I brought David Bowie's album home, right? She threw my David Bowie, I believe it was Latin Sane, where he's got the half male, half female with the breast out and all this kind of stuff. She threw that album out into the snow. I guess David Bowie was going to make me even more gay. Bohemian Rhapsody. That was Freddie Mercury. Under pressure. Was it under pressure? I didn't know that. I was out of him by then, though. He had Ziggy Stardust. All right, people. I ain't gonna hold you up forever. Thanks for coming in. It's always good to come in and talk to you guys. Touch base. All right, lesbians, you've been warned. You can't go over to Nicole Tyler's page because y'all want to sniff on her. Later, people.